Now, don't say anything yet because I've got something to show you.
Oh.
Hello. These are.
Oh my god!
So these are a teeny tiny pair of scissors.
Oh, this is wonderful.
Which is for trimming.
Isn't that lovely? And that was such a clean cut as
It
well.
was. Trimming the
all
string.
champagne used to be done with ropes.
Yes, with ropes.
Before gauges.
Yeah,
We've got both on at the moment.
Well, we've got a clamp on at the moment. So basically, we all know that champagne has got the little cage on the top to stop the cork popping out.
Yeah.
Well, basically, they used to be tied on. If we were professional, we'd have got a bottle. Hold on.
Intermission.
There we go. What the hell were you doing?
Intermission.
All right, okay. So they all used to be tied on like this. And so these little scissors, which I have a little pair.
Aren't they wonderful? Where the hell did you get them?
I have no idea.
Well, it does say champagne on them, so
yeah.
you're not talking nonsense.
There we go, for once. And so basically, these are tied on, and this is the little string to cut.
That's
So,
lovely.
That's all lovely. But the reason that this has a clamp on it,
Jesus Christ.
just as I was saying, careful, he just goes bang.
Projectile!
Yes. So basically,
Don't do this at home,
I
kids.
opened
Champagne
this-
is very dangerous.
Yeah, I opened this for my birthday. Well,
Which was yesterday.
Which was yesterday.
And you're now
44.
47. Oh.
44.
Gently careening towards middle age.
Oh no, Nora said to me, well, that's half your life gone. So
How do you know I won't live till 95?
we should probably make it very, very clear that I won't live that long. She'll do away with
Well,
me.
here's to death.
Indeed. Ching, ching.
Happy birthday.
Anyway, this is 2013 vintage, so it's as old as my son.
Which is
100% Chardonnay.
13s I've had. Had this saline structure to them.
Yeah, they're
More so than 12. They're built for the long haul.
12s have got that little lovely showy approachability
They
and
do.
deliciousness. And they're a fantastic vintage that's going to keep going and going and going.
We've got a 12 Pertal Lebrun, and you can tell it has structure, but it's way more open, way more fruit forward. The 13s are structured and acidic and tight.
Yeah.
Which is good because it means they'll last for centuries and
Yes.
whatever. You know.
So, I think, from what I've tried, Chardonnay from 13 is phenomenal.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
they
we had
yeah.
the Pole 13.
Yeah.
It was, I mean, you enjoyed it,
Yeah.
but it was almost undrinkable because it was so structured and young. And
Yeah, but that's... I mean, I've been very fortunate to have tried many vintages of Paul Roger and many over many
But they do
decades.
great, like the 96.
Yes.
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I love Paul because it gets very mushroomy.
Yes, it does.
This, on the other hand,
This is tight.
but this is Chardonnay, but it's not Côte de Blanc Chardonnay, which is tropical and creamy and toffee. This is
Marne Chardonnay.
Marne, so it's more acidic, it's more tight, it's more red fruited.
But it also has a sort of sherbety...
Absolutely.
It's sort of like... It is sherbet lemons.
Yeah, it's very.
It's sherbet lemons.
You could mistake this for having some Pinot in it, but I think it's just the tightness of 13 and plus the sort of higher altitude, whatever. More north. It's more north.
What's the guy's name again? It's David. David Levasseur is the Levasseur is the producer here. They have 4 hectares of vineyards. They're a teeny tiny grower champagne. Tell the people what grower champagnes are.
Grower champagne, they used to be called récoltant manipulant, but that's not fashionable anymore.
No, but you can actually tell if they are because if you make wine entirely out of grapes that you grow, on every bottle of champagne there's a little code somewhere on their labels which will say, I'm getting old, you can tell. I have to take my So there's a teeny tiny code on there which says RM. Yeah. And then there's a number after it. Don't worry about the number. The number
basically
is
it means that, in Champagne there's a lot of Grand Marques, Moet, Taittinger, whatever, and they need to make a lot of wine. So what a lot of the time small farmers will do, it's the same in the Douro with port, and it's changing now just as it is in Champagne. They would farm grapes, but then they would sell it to the big houses. Often better quality vineyards would go to better quality houses. But récoltant manipulant or grower champagnes means that they vinify all the grapes that they grow. So basically they're making champagne from their own grapes. It does mean that it's in tiny quantities, but that also means that there's way more choice and smaller yields mean higher quality,
Yeah, and just because a wine has, say, NM on it, which is a negociant, so they will buy in grapes, doesn't mean that they're some big corporation either. You know, Verfourny, I think Verfourny are
Yeah, they are.
yeah, they're a negociant.
It's just practical.
So these guys, who again a family-run company, but they are a negociant, so they do buy in some grapes from.
And also
from their,
the beauty of champagne is in the blend a lot of the time. With the grower movement, it's often about single vineyard, like a sort of Burgundian terroir-driven approach. But just as in port, often the beauty's in the blend. But not every house can afford to, have vineyards in Marne, in Rams, in Blanc,
Yep.
So they buy in grapes, and it makes loads of sense. However, it is lovely. Grower champagne is, not only smaller years and it's more fun, but it's also a great way to show the terroir of champagne.
Yeah, and this does, because what this has is it's got that sherbet lemon salinity, oyster shells on the nose, but then on the palate, you're getting this almost weightier, rounder note, but it's almost got a sort of curry-like thing going on. It's
Red
spicy,
I
sort
think
of.
it's like red apple skin. It's verging into that Pinot red fruited.
I get this little sort of spiciness. Sorry, that was an order coming through on the website.
We do make money sometimes.
Yes, but then, you do your best to make that not happen.
But when I leave that,
That'll go up
Yeah.
significantly. Yeah.
God, that's chuggable.
Yes, it's such a lovely wine.
Great way to start the day.
When
champagne.
it was opened, it was actually opened 2 nights ago. It was very tight. It was really, really tight.
Listen, it's 13.
Buy yourself one of these.
Honestly,
These
you
are
cannot
great.
go wrong.
These are just little stoppers
The clampy
with a
ones.
clamp that goes underneath the ridge on a champagne bottle. And what these do is you can open a bottle of champagne, have it for have half of it one night,
And they
put this
completely
clamp
trap,
in,
yeah.
and it does trap some air in, so the wine's going to continue to oxidize, but it will just soften the wine up, and it won't let the fizz go.
And if I catch any of you putting a spoon in your bottles of fizz, you're not allowed to shop here anymore. Don't do that. It's
Yes.
ridiculous.
It's silly. Doesn't work.
No.
Doesn't work.
So in conclusion, this is great. I love Grower champagne. I will say that my favourite style of Blanc de Blanc is definitely from Côte de Blanc, Auger, Chouy, Menil. Thanks, love. I'm not as big a fan of the more northerly, tight as a quacks behind.
Quack quack.
That kind of charge. But then these wines can age for so long,
And I love them.
They're so fresh and they wake you up.
Mm-hmm.
The Côte de Blanc style Chardonnay is more Burgundian, it's more tropical,
Yeah.
it's more smooth. But I just love champagne. It's the man who imports this is if he didn't drink champagne every day, then he'd probably die.
Yeah.
And you couldn't understand because it's just so good.
70 quid a bottle. It's special occasion wine for most people,
And it can age for so
including
long.
us, because we're
Yeah.
not that rich.
But it is Friday.
But it is beautiful, and it is Friday, and it was my birthday, hence special occasion. We're going to
Thank you so much, Peter.
Yeah. Have a
Cheers,
lovely day.
everyone.
Bye.